Calls to address rising prices and greater labor rights turned violent in some areas around the globe today. May 1st marks the annual May Day, a chance for the labor movement to express their push for better pay and working conditions. Rallies in France, Turkey, and other countries were met with tear gas and rubber bullets, resulting in hundreds arrested and injuries from clashes between protesters and authorities. Jason Gaidola joins us live tonight with more details. Hey, Jason.
Hey, Nicole. Also joining in on the marches were pro-Palestinian protesters who were there to throw their support behind the labor movement while maintaining their stance about the war in Gaza. Tear gas and flames were sparked in the streets of Paris today as a traditional May Day march turned into a clash. Thousands of protesters forced their way through French riot police, while first responders attended to calls like putting out fires. Police say 12 officers were hospitalized after a homemade explosive was set off, and more than 30 people were arrested. This French protester says he's demanding better pay and working conditions, and while the city welcomes a costly Olympic Games this summer, protesters say they want bonuses of up to €2,000. French unions are even threatening a strike during the Summer Games. Similar clashes happened in Turkey today, where people tried to defy a banned May Day march inside a popular town square in Istanbul, resulting in more than 200 people detained. And in Chile, explosives and water cannons hit the streets. Marchers were calling for wage increases and pension and tax reform. Despite the airing of economic grievances and political pressure, alliances were also forming on May Day. Free Palestine! Demonstrators for Palestinians were joining in on the marches while the war in Gaza continues.
Workers who work here are trying to organize so they're saying we don't want to be complicit. We don't want to be complicit in genocide. They're organizing to stop that complicity, but they're facing a lot of resistance. So we're here to support them because it is May Day. So we're standing in solidarity with the workers here today.
Pro-Palestinian crowds blocked the entrances to the Business and Trade Department in London, England today.
The Palestinians have endured unimaginable violence, genocidal violence, war crime after war crime, hospitals being targeted, schools being targeted, universities being targeted, refugee camps being targeted. We are here to demand an arms embargo.
And pro-Palestinian support was also found in places like Greece, Germany, and South Africa, where its president was greeted with socialist supporters on the May Day rally.
We, as the people of South Africa, stand here to celebrate this May Day with you. We have stood firm in our support for the people of Palestine. And that is why we say we want Palestine to be free. We want the people of Palestine to do what Madiba said should be done, that they too must enjoy the freedom that we are enjoying.
Now, there was a notable march here in Canada today as well. Thousands of protesters took to the streets of Montreal late this afternoon, and one notable talking point was addressing the working conditions for temporary foreign workers.